The series begins with Mo arguing with her mother. Her mom is trying to convince her to move to Canada with her and her new husband to finish her education. Mo refuses completely. For years since her parents divorced, she has lived with the hope that her father and brother Jin would come back for her so they could all be a family again. Her mother realizes she needs to shatter Mo's illusions once and for all. She drops the bomb. Jin isn't even your brother. Your father adopted him after his parents died in an accident. Also, your father remarried and has a new family now. They are never coming back for you. This backfires spectacularly. Instead of moving on, Mo books the first flight to Thailand to find them and see the truth for herself. On the plane, she falls asleep and is woken up by the girl sitting next to her, Nana. Nana asks if she's a tourist or a local. Mo tells her life story, that she is traveling to meet her brother whom she hasn't seen in years. When Nana asks if he's handsome, Mo's face practically turns into a heart emoji. She gushes about how kind, beautiful, and hard-working he was, always top of his class and the type who never loses his temper. Cut to Jin. The kind, beautiful, top-of-his-class brother. He is walking into an underground boxing ring for an illegal fight. Life has clearly chewed him up and spit him out. He is a completely different person. After taking a serious beating, he manages to win the fight. While he's still catching his breath, his father calls, tells Jin that his sister is coming to see them and sends him her flight details so he can pick her up. Jin looks at himself in the mirror, bruised, battered, and bloody, and realizes he looks nothing like the image she probably has in her head. The next day at the airport, Jin texts Mo that he's waiting outside. She rushes out, full of excitement, but is immediately swarmed by taxi drivers trying to hustle her into their cars. Through the chaos, she hears a voice. "Leave her alone. She's with me." Jin is standing there, leaning against a car, oozing charisma, waiting for her to come to him. Mo freezes. She stares at this stranger, trying to process. Who is this guy? Why is he holding a lighter? And who rearranged his face like that? Jin breaks the tension, asking, "Did you forget who I am? Dad sent me to pick you up." He takes her bag to load it into the car. Mo is still rooted to the spot, trying to reconcile her memories with reality. He snaps her out of it and tells her to get in. The entire car ride, she stares at him in disbelief. She starts interrogating him. "What do you do for a living? Is this car even yours, or did you steal it? Are you still studying?" Jin reveals he dropped out after high school. Mo is about to lose it. He was brilliant, and they had made a pact when they were kids that he would go to a top university. Suddenly, a motorcycle pulls up next to them. The rider has bright red hair and looks like he just got out of prison. He yells at Jin, "Hey, come drink with us later." "And who is this girl? Does the green snake know you're hanging out with other chicks?" Jin side-eyes him and keeps driving without saying a word. Mo can't believe even his friends look like criminals. She swallows her questions, knowing he won't answer anyway. They arrive at the house, and Mo gets her second shock of the day. Her father is passed out on the floor, drunk. She hears his wife shouting from the kitchen, complaining that he does nothing but drink and that they'll be dragging him to the hospital soon. When the wife realizes Mo has arrived, she comes out to greet her and calls for her daughter, Chin, who isn't even 6 yet, to meet her big sister. Mo tries to process the massive changes of the past few years. She hands out the gifts she brought. Later, while they are eating, Jin's friend's son suddenly shows up. He pulls Jin aside to talk. Mo is annoyed. Jin didn't even bother to open her gift. She waits a moment, then follows them downstairs to figure out what kind of shady life her brother is leading. She finds them on the stairs. Son is asking Jin, "Are you tired of living? Do you want to end it all?" Mo's worry spikes. Her brother is definitely in deep trouble. Son notices her and says, "Your name means night, right? Come by the garage sometime. I have a big secret to tell you." He leaves them alone. Mo hands Jin his gift, coldly telling him she's just a guest and felt obligated to bring something. She leaves him and goes back upstairs. Late that night, Mo can't stop wondering what happened to make Jin drop out and become this person. She decides to find out for herself. She texts him that she's hungry, tells her to come down so they can get food. He takes her to a seafood restaurant, knowing it's her favorite. He even orders for her when he sees she's overwhelmed by the menu. Mo finds it strange that he's been silent the whole time, asking nothing about her life or explaining why he ignored her for years. She snaps, "If you're not curious about my life, fine, but I'm curious about yours." She launches a rapid-fire interrogation. "What do you do? Where did those scars come from? Why did you quit school? What happened to you?" Jin deflects everything with a shrug, saying, "I eat and drink well, thank God." Suddenly, his red-haired friend, Fang, shows up to annoy him. "So you bailed on our night out to hang with girls?" Jin ignores him and lets Fang tease Mo, hoping it will distract her. Meanwhile, Jin quietly picks the onions out of her dish because he remembers she hates them, but Mo is already upset and refuses to eat. They get up to leave. She asks him, "By the way, who is the green snake? Do you have a girlfriend?" Before Jin can come up with a lie, a group of thugs enters the restaurant, clearly looking for a fight with him. A brawl breaks out. Fang tosses Jin the keys to his scooter and yells at him to get his sister home safely while he handles the mess. Amidst all the chaos and violence, Mo is in her own world on the back of the scooter, secretly happy. She's finally riding with her brother, reunited after all these years. When they get back to the house, Mo gives him the third degree. Who were those guys? What did they want? Jin leans in close, invading her personal space, and whispers, You're way too curious. Since you saw my face, all you do is ask questions. Mo gets flustered, pulls back, and retreats to her room. Later, Jin goes out to hang with his friends. Suddenly, he gets a text that wipes the smile off his face. The On gang is holding his father hostage. When he arrives at their hideout, he finds the Green Snake, who turns out to be Kira, the gang leader's daughter. Jin throws a wad of cash at her, telling her he'll pay the rest in installments and warning her to stop these games because next time, he might just leave his father there. As Jin turns to leave, Kira stops him. She admits no one touched his father. They found him passed out drunk on the street. She adds that she spent 2 hours doing her makeup just to impress him. She offers to wipe his entire debt if he stays for dinner. Jin tries his best to resist her advances, knowing she's been waiting years for him to give her the time of day. Just then, he gets a text from Mo asking when he'll be home. Jin uses it as an excuse to bail and leaves Kira disappointed. The next morning, Mo wakes up surprised that Jin still hasn't come home. Her stepmom explains that Jin actually lives in his own place and rarely visits. Mo starts plotting a way to lure him back. She sneaks into the bathroom and sabotages the water heater. Then she yells for her aunt to call Jin to come fix it, knowing they can't shower with freezing water. The plan works perfectly. In less than 30 minutes, Jin is there fixing the heater. Once he's done, he quickly puts on his jacket to leave. Mo tries to stall him with small talk, but he's in a rush for important work and leaves her behind. Frustrated, Mo runs out after him and hops into the first taxi she sees, determined to find out what this mysterious job is. Jin parks his car and continues on foot. Mo jumps out of the taxi to follow him, but suddenly finds him standing right in front of her. He noticed her trailing him the moment she got in the cab. Mo tries to play dumb. Wow, what a coincidence. I was just bored and taking a stroll. Jin knows she's lying. He hands her cash for a cab ride home, tells her to stop following him, and drives off. Undeterred, Mo looks for another car to continue her spy mission. By chance, she runs into Fang. She lies to him. You're going to meet Jin, right? I was just looking for a taxi to go meet him too. We have plans. Fang totally buys it. Playing the gallant friend, he offers her a ride so she doesn't have to struggle with public transport. Meanwhile, Jin is preparing for a boxing match. In these fights, gamblers bet on the fighters, and the winner takes the pot. Kira and her father are at the match. Her father is backing Ping, the opposing fighter, and one of his own men. He has a deep, unexplained grudge against Jin. Our hero, Jin, is backed by Lin, a car dealership owner who bets a huge sum on him, confident he will win. As the bets increase, the match becomes more intense. In the locker room, Jin warms up while flashing back to a conversation with a mysterious, faceless figure. For dramatic suspense, of course. The figure told him that the On family wronged him for years, and that he is doing all this to get justice. When Kira sees the stakes rising, she gets worried, knowing Jin is going to leave this ring battered. Fang arrives with Mo, bribing security to let her sneak in. When Mo sees her brother in the ring, she is horrified. She begs Fang to get him out, offering to pay the bet money herself. But obviously, things aren't that simple. In the ring, Jin dominates the fight as much as he can until Ping lands a devastating blow to his face, knocking him to the ground. Jin struggles to get up. Suddenly, he hears Mo screaming his name and crying. Like magic, his energy returns. He gets up, knowing they won't let him leave until he knocks Ping out. He finally turns the tables and defeats Ping. He jumps out of the ring, grabs Mo, and flees the scene, hating that she saw him in a place like this. Kira is furious at this forbidden love vibe she's witnessing. She demands to know who the girl is. When Fang tries to cover for his friend with a lame lie, she slaps him immediately. Outside, Mo is sobbing, unable to comprehend why Jin is doing this to himself. He puts her in the car to drive her home, unable to justify his actions. Mo tells him she spent years waiting for their reunion, but now she regrets it. She realizes she should have known that since he never contacted her, he didn't care. She decides to book a flight to Canada with her mom. Suddenly, Ping cuts them off with his car. He glares at Jin and makes a throat-slashing gesture, threatening him. Our hero isn't fazed by these childish threats. He realizes they're trying to force him into a street race. He hands his phone to Mo and tells her to open the last saved location on his GPS and guide him turn by turn. Suddenly, cars are swerving and speeding through traffic, chasing each other. Halfway through, a third car joins the chaotic race. Mo is terrified and confused. Jin calmly instructs her, after the next turn, I'm going to count to 5. When I say 5, grab the steering wheel and hold it steady, exactly as it is. He counts down. 5. Mo grabs the wheel, eyes wide with panic. Jin climbs out of the window of the speeding car, snatches a bag hanging from a wooden post, climbs back in, and speeds to the finish line where the whole crew is waiting. He won. Jin hands the bag to the race organizer, complaining that he didn't even want to participate but was forced into it. The organizer gets annoyed seeing Mo. Why did you bring a stranger? You know these races are secret and illegal? Jin puts an arm around Mo. Relax, she's not a stranger. She's my girlfriend. He takes his winnings and drags Mo away before she can say anything, noticing the shock on her face. Mo explodes. She can't believe he's risking his life for a handful of cash from an illegal race, not to mention endangering innocent people on the road. Jin snaps back, his patience gone. He tells her people will do anything for money, especially when they've lived through what he has. He reveals the brutal truth. When he first left with their father, They were destitute. They lived in a room under a staircase that flooded up to their waists whenever it rained. Eventually, they lost even that and slept under bridges. Just when things started looking up, when their father remarried, opened a restaurant, and had a daughter, they found out the little girl had a heart defect and needed urgent surgery. Jin had to drop out of school. He had no choice but to enter this dangerous world to get the money she talks about so casually, money they definitely don't earn by selling potato chips. Mo argues that those days are over. She insists she's ready to help him get his life back on track and find an honest job. Jin scoffs, "Help me as who? You even changed your last name to your stepfather's." Mo realizes he resents her mother for abandoning them so easily and never reaching out. She suggests they move back into their old house and start fresh together. But deep down, Jin knows he can't go back to a normal life that easily. At dawn, Jin drops her off at her hotel, where her mother has come to take her back to Canada. Mo tells her mom she isn't going. She wants to finish her studies at her old school in China. Her mother reveals she's selling their house in China because she plans to settle permanently in Canada with her new husband. Mo is skeptical. Trust him that much? What if he turns out to be a traitor and throws you on the street? Where will you go then? The stepfather feels the insult and quietly leaves the room to let them hash out their family drama. When her mother finds out Jin dropped Mo off, she loses it. She calls him reckless and dangerous, warning Mo to stay away from him because he's not your real brother. In the heat of the argument, she slips up and admits Jin tried to call many times after he left with their father, but she was the one who told him to stay away from them forever. Mo is crushed by guilt. Since she arrived, she's been accusing Jin of not caring, when it was her mother who cut him off. She tells her mom she's not going to Canada. She's staying here with her father and brother. She leaves the hotel and goes back to her father's house. That night, she's crying in her room when her little sister, Chin, comes in and silently hands her a piece of paper with Jin's address on it. Mo goes to find him and discovers he runs a car repair shop. As soon as the clock strikes midnight, she wishes him a happy birthday. Jin flashes back to a childhood memory. They were celebrating Mo's birthday when her mother asked him, "When is your birthday?" He didn't know, so they decided to celebrate both their birthdays on the same day every year, since it's technically her birthday too. Jin takes her to get her favorite strawberry cake and candles. Out of curiosity, she asks, "So when is your real birthday?" He tells her it doesn't matter. Her birthday is the only one that counts. Mo is touched by his words, secretly wishing they could celebrate together every year. Caught up in the celebration, Mo drinks too much and starts rambling. She admits she's worried her mom's new husband might be a scammer who will leave her mom with nothing. Jin reassures her that her mother is smarter than that and she should respect her decisions. Then, he asks the question hanging in the air. "How did you feel when you found out I wasn't really your brother?" The atmosphere instantly becomes tense. Mo quickly changes the subject and asks to stay the night at his place. When Jin refuses, she plays the pity card. "If I go back now, no one will let me in. Dad is drunk, his wife is exhausted from work and asleep, and look, it's raining. The universe wants me to stay." She eventually gets sick from the alcohol. Jin stays up all night taking care of her until she falls asleep. He looks at her, amazed at how fast she grew up. He remembers the first time his father brought him home. Her mother was pregnant with Mo and didn't want him there because they were so poor. But as Mo grew older and became attached to him, her mother finally accepted him as part of the family. The next morning, Jin's friends arrive at the shop. He shushes them immediately, saying someone is sleeping. They are shocked. Jin never lets anyone inside his room, let alone sleep there. Mo wakes up to find Jin has made breakfast. She begs him to let her stay for a few days, but he firmly refuses. Meanwhile, Lin, the car dealer, tells his assistant he must find a specific driver. He saw a black car speeding down the mountain road during a race day, driven with incredible skill. Lin is obsessed with finding this mystery driver to challenge him to a race. Around midday, Ping and his goons stroll into the repair shop, clearly looking for trouble. Mo asks Sun, "Isn't that the blonde guy from the boxing match?" Sun confirms it. He explains that Ping works for the An family. Jin used to work at their garage, but ever since he left to start his own place, they drop by every now and then to wreck the place as a friendly reminder. Mo watches from a distance, trying to stay out of it. But when one of the thugs goes too far and tries to smash a car Jin has been working on all morning, she snaps. She marches up to him and yells, "Don't you know this place belongs to my family?" before delivering a solid kick to his chest. Naturally, all hell breaks loose. A massive brawl erupts. In the chaos, Mo pulls out her phone and calls the police. The moment they hear sirens, the thugs scatter like roaches. Afterward, Mo is baffled. Why didn't you just call the police in the first place instead of letting them trash the shop? Sun explains the unspoken rules of their world. As long as no one is dying, there's no need to escalate things with the cops. Besides, Jin hates trouble and usually talks his way out of it. But this time, he lost it because they tried to get near her. Meanwhile, Lin's assistant sends him a photo of Sun's car. It has a distinctive triple engine, the same setup as the mystery black car on the mountain. Lin thinks the owner of this car might lead him to the legendary driver he's been hunting. He tracks Sun down at his pet shop. Lin starts probing about the mountain race in the black car. Sun immediately realizes Lin is talking about Jin's car. He tries to play dumb, dodging questions left and right, but Lin is persistent. Finally, just to get him off his back, Sun lies. "Fine, you caught me. I'm the driver." Lin is skeptical but desperate. He challenges Sun to a race on the mountain. Sun agrees, thinking he can fake it. Sun runs to Jin and spills everything. Jin laughs it off, explaining there was no legendary race, he was just passing through that night. He takes Sun to the garage to show him the black car. It's a Japanese model, and Jin explains the technical differences between it and regular cars. He even gives Sun the same cap he wore that night to make the lie convincing. Then, he starts teaching Sun some driving tricks so he doesn't embarrass himself completely. The next day, Mo meets her friend Nana, the girl from the plane, to check out Nana's school since Mo is thinking of transferring there. By sheer luck, she spots Jin's photo on the honor roll board for winning academic competitions. She beams with pride. This is the brother she remembers. Later, she drops by the shop and finds Jin smoking. She scolds him, reminding him it's bad for his health. Then she drops a bomb. From now on, I'm calling you by your real name. I'm not treating you like a brother anymore because you don't deserve it. Jin is annoyed. He's not used to this cold treatment from her. She asks Sun to take her along while he practices the driving tricks Jin taught him. Jin watches them leave, confused by her mood swings. One minute she's clingy, the next she can't stand to look at him. He asks Sun, is there a logical explanation for this? Or am I missing something? Sun gives him some brotherly advice. Don't bother trying to understand girls, it's impossible. While in the car with Sun, Mo seizes the opportunity. She asks him point blank if there's a woman in Jin's life. Sun cryptically tells her the answer to that question is on his keychain. Meanwhile, Jin goes to meet the mysterious faceless figure again. This time, the contact sits with his back to Jin to avoid being seen together. Jin tells him he plans to enter the race, but he still needs 2 months to train and modify the car significantly. He asks, when are you and your men coming back to town? The contact replies, we are all waiting for the signal from you, and walks away. Later, Sun tries to execute the driving maneuver Jin taught him, but fails miserably. He's all over the place. Mo asks to give it a try. She explains she used to watch her father teach Jin drifting techniques. Sun is surprised. His only image of her father is a drunkard. Mo corrects him, explaining that her father used to be a completely different person, passionate about cars and driving before life crushed him. On her first attempt, Mo nails the drift perfectly. She smirks at Sun. See? It's in the genes. That evening, Nana drags Mo to her cousin's birthday party. When they arrive, the place is swarming with high-end, modified racing cars. Mo isn't impressed. Her mind is still occupied with one question. Does Jin have a girlfriend? Nana suggests a little game to test Jin's feelings. Send him a photo of you with another guy. Let's see if he gets jealous. And who better to use as a prop than Nana's cousin? Turns out the cousin is Lin. When he arrives, Nana positions Mo next to him and snaps a quick photo. Step 2. Nana sends the photo to Jin with a location pin, followed by a text saying, oops, sent to the wrong person, and immediately turns off Mo's phone. The moment Jin sees the photo, he jumps in his car and speeds toward the party to see what the hell is going on. At the party, Mo wanders around. One of Jin's enemies approaches her. Are you really his sister, or is he playing us? He offers her a deal. If she wants information about her brother, she has to drink with him. He hands her a specific cup. Driven by curiosity, Mo drinks it all in one go. Lin is watching from a distance. He notices Mo swaying and struggling to stand. He realizes the drink was spiked. He rushes over, catching her before she falls, and takes her to his office to rest until his cousin can help. Suddenly, Jin bursts in. He sees Lin with Mo and shoves him violently away from her. The two men start fighting. Mo wakes up groggily and stops them, explaining that Lin didn't do anything wrong. He was helping her. Jin notices her neck is covered in a red rash. The drink had peach in it, and she's allergic. He scoops her up to rush her to the hospital. Before leaving, he tells Lin, I'll make it up to you for ruining the birthday. At the hospital, the doctor assures them she's fine, but needs to stay overnight for observation. Mo feels guilty for going to a place like that without telling him. She waits for him to bring up the photo, but he says nothing. Finally, she can't take it anymore. She asks him directly if there is anyone in his life, framing it as, I just don't want my presence here to cause problems for you. Jin reassures her. There is no one in my life but you, and I'm not planning on changing that anytime soon, so don't worry. Mo is thrilled. She finally got the answer she's been waiting for. As soon as she's discharged, she starts nagging him again to take her to his place. She plays the I'm lonely and sick and have no one to take care of me card perfectly. Jin, wanting to avoid a headache, gives in and takes her home. It turns out Mo wasn't sick or desperate. She faked it all to search for his keys. Just like Sun suggested, she tears his room apart but finds nothing. Later, she goes to Nana's school to check the enrollment process. The only problem is she needs to take a language course first. Nana solves it instantly. Her parents own a language institute. Mo signs up right away. When Mo returns to Jin's shop, she finds the gate locked from the outside. She assumes he did this to force her to go back to her father's house. But when she gets there, that door is locked too, and no one answers. She calls her stepmom, who tells her she's out of town with Chin for a couple of days. As for her father, Mo finds him passed out in the street, surrounded by garbage, drunk as usual. She tries to wake him up to get inside, but he refuses. The electrical circuit blew, meaning no air conditioning, and he'd rather sleep on the street than sweat inside. Mo sighs, covers him with a piece of cloth, and sits beside him, waiting for a miracle. Luckily, the miracle arrives in the form of Jin driving by. He sees them and stops. Having a nice family picnic on the sidewalk, he asks sarcastically. He drives them home and fixes the electrical problem so Mo can stay comfortably, mentioning he'll be gone for a few days to get some parts. Mo tells him her big news. She's staying. She's enrolling in school here. Jin lights up. Are you sure? You're not going to come whining in a month that you want to go back to Canada to mommy? Mo assures him it's final. She wants to be with him. Jin spends days scouring the city for specific car parts but comes up empty. He realizes he has no choice but to build them himself. The day of the race arrives. Jin wins and officially qualifies for the top 10. Making him a core member of the team. He calls his mysterious partner to confirm everything is going according to plan. The next day, Mo goes with Nana to her cousin's car showroom. Mo is mesmerized by the cars, taking photos of every detail. Lin spots them on the security cameras. He calls Nana to lure her away so he can talk to Mo alone. He confronts her. Who sent you? Are you trying to get close to my cousin to get to me? Mo is baffled by his arrogance. She doesn't even know who he is. She explains she's just curious about cars, adding that frankly, the cars here are underwhelming. Lin feels insulted. You can attack him, but attacking his babies is crossing the line. He challenges her to a ride in his personal car to prove it's not underwhelming. Mo agrees because she actually likes the car. During the ride, she asks detailed technical questions, mentioning she has a friend who is just as passionate about cars as he is. Lin, impressed, drops her off at home. Her stepmom spots them together and immediately calls Jin. Your sister has a boyfriend. You better talk to her before someone takes advantage of her. Jin gets annoyed. He takes Mo for a walk and tells her a cautionary tale about a school couple where the guy used the girl to brag to his friends, leading the girl to depression and suicide. Mo thinks he's being dramatic. Relax, not every relationship ends in tragedy. When they return to the shop, the crew is gathered for dinner. Mo goes to wash her hands and runs smack into Kira. So, Mo asks, you're the green snake everyone talks about? Kira shoots back, and you're the little sister who crashed the boxing match? The tension is palpable. But Jin intervenes before a catfight breaks out. During dinner, Kira is visibly jealous of how the guys treat Mo, especially when Jin meticulously debones the fish for her. Kira tries to get his attention, but Jin slams his fork onto the table, signaling her to back off. Mo grabs her plate and retreats to Jin's room, pretending to study so he won't kick her out. She asks Sun if Jin has feelings for Kira. Sun assures her it's impossible. She's the daughter of the On gang leader. That bridge is burned. Later, Mo peeks outside to check the vibe. She sees Jin and Kira talking alone. She hides behind a car to eavesdrop, but Jin spots her. He quickly dismisses Kira, telling her not to come back to the shop. He confronts Mo. What are you doing? She lies. Just cleaning the car. I can't go home. The AC is broken again. She runs back to his room and slams the door. The next morning, Mo oversleeps and is late for her academy class. She hints heavily that Jin should drive her for good karma. He reluctantly agrees. Before dropping her off, he hands her breakfast. Touched, Mo hands him an invitation to the school's Parents' Day. Jin is genuinely happy that she sees him as her family. Meanwhile, Lin is still hunting for the black car's driver. He stops by Mo's father's restaurant, remembering her comment about a friend who loves cars. He sees Jin helping out and puts two and two together. Jin is the mystery driver. The next day, Jin gives Mo his old school uniform shirt to wear. His friends are shocked. He treats that shirt like a holy relic. When Mo arrives at school wearing it, Nana is stunned. Where did you get that? She explains it's not a normal uniform. The school logo is gold. Only the top students who win academic competitions get one. Mo realizes just how much that shirt and his past achievements mean to him. After school, Mo visits Sun at his pet shop. She falls in love with a stray dog he rescued. Sun suggests she take it to Jin's place. Mo knows Jin will never agree, but she decides to test his humanity anyway. As predicted, Jin refuses. You're going to leave for Canada eventually, and I'll be stuck with it. Mo gets angry at his assumption that she's leaving. He realizes he's pushing her away because he's afraid she'll abandon him, just like everyone else. He doesn't want to get attached and be left behind, but the guilt eats at him. He goes back to Sun, swallows his pride, and takes the dog. The next day, Mo comes home from school and finds the dog waiting for her. She is overjoyed and rushes to thank him for finally saying yes. Later, Mo takes her driving test and passes. She tells Nana, it's time. I'm ready to start drifting. The day of the mountain race between Lin and Sun arrives. Mo shows up super early to watch everything from the start. Lin spots her and immediately tries to chat her up. He makes her a fresh juice and offers her a ride up the mountain since Sun is nowhere to be seen. He argues that the road is long and treacherous. Mo agrees, partly because the ride is free, but mostly because she's obsessed with his car. Plus, Lin is charming, answering all her technical questions about racing. Meanwhile, Sun, who has never raced on a mountain in his life, gets lost on the way up and barely arrives on time. Mo sees him and whispers, maybe you should forfeit now before you embarrass yourself completely. But Sun is high on his own charisma. He rolls up the window to get in the zone. The race starts. Sun immediately takes a wrong turn at the first bend. Lin sighs, stops his car, and walks over. Okay, that's enough. I know you're not the driver. He takes back Jin's cap from Sun, saying he'll return it to the rightful owner himself. Since Sun is clearly incompetent, Mo asks to drive on the way down. Descending a mountain is much harder than climbing it. Lin waits at the bottom with a stopwatch. He is stunned when Mo's car pulls in. She made the descent in just 23 minutes, a pro time. After the race, Mo gives Sun some tough love. She tells him he needs a makeover. Cut the hair that's eating half his face and change his style, or no girl will ever look at him. The next day at the shop, Sun walks in looking like a K-pop idol. He followed her advice perfectly. Mo spends a solid 10 minutes gushing over him, clapping and cheering. Jin watches this from the corner, seething with jealousy. He finally snaps. He storms over to Mo and demands, "Why do you come here every day? Why are you trying so hard to get close to me? You know we aren't real siblings. Are you doing this because you want something to happen between us?" Mo is blindsided by his aggression and the implication. She stammers, shoves him away, and runs out of the shop. Later that day, Lin visits the restaurant to find Jin. He hands him the cap, signaling he knows Jin is the mystery driver. Challenges him to a race. Jin coldly replies, "I'm not interested in kids' games," and walks away. Jin is laser focused on one goal, placing in the top 3 of his upcoming underground race. That's the only way to unlock the information he and his mysterious partner are hunting for. Knowing his skills still lack polish, he turns to the best driver he knows, his father. The old man gives him the golden rule. You need to master every single part of the car until controlling it becomes instinct, not thought. Your hands need to be faster than your brain. Jin takes this advice to heart. He starts working as a delivery driver for his father's restaurant using the black car. It's the perfect way to test the car's limits in real-world conditions and figure out exactly what needs modifying. Every time he hits a snag, his father has the answer. Meanwhile, Mo is giving Jin the silent treatment. She's still hurt and confused by his outburst. On her first day of school, a guy named Kai latches onto her immediately. He spends the entire day trying to flirt. Mo gets so sick of him that she hides in the bathroom just to get a break. Knowing he's likely waiting outside the door, she climbs out the window to escape. As she sneaks out, she spots Jin meeting with a shady character. He hands the guy an envelope of cash and receives a bag in return. Mo's mind races. Drugs? Illegal parts? Before she can investigate, Kai pops up in front of her. "Found you." Mo groans. "How do you do that?" She walks away, leaving him there, and goes straight to Jin to ask for a ride. He agrees. On the way, he casually asks, "Who was that guy you were with?" His tone drips with jealousy. The next day, Mo goes to the shop to check the vibe. Sun teases her about being absent for so long, but Mo is still sensitive and gets moody again, leaving shortly after. That night, Jin sits alone in his room, sketching a portrait of Mo. He replays all their memories since she arrived in Thailand. He realizes he is undeniably in love with her, but he's terrified of confessing. He doesn't know when or how to tell her. Meanwhile, Lin is still desperate to race Jin. A friend tips him off that Jin is searching for specific rare car parts but can't find them anywhere. Back to Mo. She's practicing driving in Sun's car, but she feels something is off. She's not fully in control. Anna suggests she needs a mentor. And who better than her cousin Lin? Lin shows up instantly. He knows Mo is the key to getting to Jin. He spends the entire day teaching her, fulfilling every request she has. In return, he sneakily takes a few photos with her without her noticing. The next day is Parents' Day at school. Jin actually shows up wearing a suit, fulfilling his promise. Mo lights up when she sees him. She teases him, "You look way too young to be my guardian." On the way home, they get caught in a downpour. Jin drives her to her house and makes her a hot drink. The cozy atmosphere makes Mo nostalgic. She asks him to fill in the blanks of their childhood since she was too young to remember much. She asks the big question: why did mom and dad really split up? Jin reveals the truth. They always fought because they were so different, but the final straw was stupid. Dad broke mom's favorite plant during an argument. To him, it was just a plant. No big deal. He didn't even apologize. That lack of care broke her. Mo listens quietly, then asks out of the blue, "So when do you plan on getting married?" Jin is thrown off. "Married? I've never even thought about it." He gets up and leaves the room so she can sleep, feeling the conversation getting too intimate. All he can think about is how she must have changed over the years. What he didn't expect was that his own feelings toward her would change this drastically. Meanwhile, Lin gets a text from Jin with the fake couple photo. Lin smirks. His plan is working perfectly. He arranges a meeting. When they meet, Jin is visibly annoyed. He warns Lin to stay away from Mo. Lin brushes it off, clarifying that Mo isn't his type or his target. Jin is. He proposes a deal. "Race me. If you win, I promise I'll disappear from her life forever." To sweeten the deal, and probably to study him, Lin gives Jin an earpiece so they can talk during the race. Jin agrees and asks if there are any other rules. During the race, Lin is blown away by Jin's driving skills and the extensive modifications on his car. He keeps asking technical questions over the comms, treating the race like a master class. Predictably, Jin wins. Impressed, Lin offers Jin a spot on his professional team for a competition in France next month. Jin declines immediately, He's not interested in going legit. He takes off the earpiece and walks away before Lin can nag him further. Later, Jin meets Mo. She's standing on the street with a band, serenading him with a romantic song, her way of confessing without actually confessing. After the performance, they go sit by the sea to stargaze. Mo asks him how he spent New Year's Eve all those years apart. Jin admits he doesn't remember because he never cared about holidays, but he promises her that this year, he'll celebrate with her. The next day at school, Mo tracks down the guy she saw exchanging the bag of cash with Jin. She asks him what was in the bag. He reveals it was just blueprints for a car's interior design, explaining that his brother is a mechanical engineer. Mo breathes a sigh of relief. No drugs, no illegal business. The following day, a classmate comes to her with juicy gossip. He found out why everyone used to call her brother Touchy in high school. It turns out Jin was a legend in the illegal street racing scene, unbeatable because of his insane speed. But mysteriously, his car was confiscated and he vanished from the scene 2 months before his university entrance exams, despite being a top student. Mo is heartbroken hearing how hard his life has been, but she senses there's a missing piece to the puzzle. She sends him a photo of her water bottle just to annoy him. When Jin zooms in, he sees the reflection of her classmate, the annoying guy who won't leave her alone. Jin gets jealous instantly. After school, he's waiting outside to pick her up. When he sees the guy walking out with her again, he gives him a death stare that sends the kid running. Later, Mo is with Nana preparing for the school festival when Kira walks in. She asks to speak with Mo. Seeing Mo hesitate, Kira taunts her. Strange that Jin would be interested in someone so weak. Mo gets angry at the insult and agrees to go with her. She warns Nana not to tell Jin, wanting to handle this herself. Surprisingly, Kira has no evil intentions. She takes Mo to a cafe and tells her the story of how she met Jin. He started working at her father's garage while still in school. She was impressed by his work ethic and academic approach to mechanics. She tried to get his attention, but he was strictly professional. Then came the crisis with his sister's heart surgery. He needed a huge sum of money. Many mechanics bought used cars, rebuilt them with high-quality parts, and sold them for triple the price. Jin decided to do the same. He rebuilt a car from scratch and sold it for a good price, covering the surgery costs. Jin thought he was finally free to leave the garage and focus on his exams, but everything fell apart. The buyer of the car had a massive accident and lost his leg. Police investigation blamed a faulty modification. The victim's family sued for compensation. Jin was forced to return to the garage to work off the debt. Kira tried to help by selling her own car to pay him off, but Jin refused. He paid the debt himself and stayed to learn more. Eventually, his skills surpassed everyone else's. He then discovered the truth. The accident wasn't his fault. Kira's father had sabotaged the car to force Jin back into servitude when he tried to leave. That betrayal was why Jin finally quit and opened his own shop. Mo breaks down in tears, overwhelmed by how much injustice Jin has faced alone. Jin arrives at the cafe to find Mo crying and drunk. Kira got her wasted. He takes her home to rest. Back at the cafe, Ping arrives to help Kira. In her drunken state, she grabs his hand and confesses she loves him. Ping's heart soars. He's loved her in secret for years, but then she whispers, "Jin," and his heart shatters. Later, Jin sits with Sun, who tells him that Kira likely told Mo everything. Sun asks Jin when he plans to admit his feelings for Mo, since everyone except him seems to have figured it out. On Chinese New Year, Mo goes to the shop to celebrate with Jin and his friends. Jin notices she's cold, so he takes her hand and puts it in his pocket to warm it up. Inside his pocket, Mo finds the keychain she's been searching for. She reads the inscription, "You are missed, day and night." She finally solves the riddle. His name means day, and hers means night. And that concludes the episodes released so far. If you want to know when our boy Jin finally confesses, let us know so we can continue the series.